Before, after. Guess I'm gonna have to do it myself. I received this in the mail. That looks fancy. I feel like I'm being invited to a 5-star event. Style, Lewis. Color number 4, 8 by 10 inches. This is a poly base. Seems very nice. You can see how much shine or visibility it has. This isn't wet, but my hair is kind of wet, so it'll be interesting to see how well this matches. It's not like I did a color match with them, they just sent me color number 4. And this was what my thumb looks like going through the hairpiece there. That's what the scalp would potentially look like if there was a highly visible spot. Their Auschwitz tag is really small and dark and invisible. In fact, they just stamped it. That's sensible, isn't it? Whatever it is the least obtrusive Auschwitz tag I've seen. So I'm pretty happy with that. Now, given that I am still in the present moment looking at using this size, a leaf shape, it's in my best interest to try to get hairpieces that are stitched outwards from the crown rather than having zigzags at the back. So the direction of the back part of the hairpiece is important to me. The front is expected to be nose to spine. With V-loops, the direction of the stitching is highly visible, right? If it goes side to side, ear to ear, it looks like a wall of hair, no matter how far back you cut it, all the way through. So it's very important, it's vital, and I've never seen a hair company fail to do this. At the front hairline, it's always nose to spine. But the problem is, with me, I want to try and save money and cut out the back part and use that as the front hairline as well. So I need nose to spine stitching in that way as well. And just by looking at my eyesight's not perfectly good, but it looks like they have done it correctly. It's all stitched outwards from the crown, from the looks of it, which is very good. It means I could potentially use both ends. And if it's going in all directions, I could maybe get 3 hairpieces out of this. Okay, so I'm gonna go and cut this out and bleach the front. The top one is from the front of the hairpiece, which is designed to be cut there. Now, I haven't bleached any of these. The other 2 are just the dregs from the back corners where, I'll show it in a second. So I'm going to show you now what it looks like against the skin without any glue. So that's how it would look like coming out of a person's skin. Okay. So it's left to us still, unfortunately, to bleach these hair pieces because the companies are still not doing it, unfortunately. After I've bleached it, hopefully this will be a bit heavy. This is the front, so I will, for the sake of LaVivid, they did not intend for me to cut these back pieces and try to, be all economical and save money by chopping out the back 2/3 of the hairpiece and trying to stick that to the front of my scalp. But this is the genuine front of the hairpiece, as it was designed to be. That's how they built it. Straight lines all the way down, completely visible to everybody who looks at your face. LaVivid and everybody else who's listening from companies, please, it's time now, I think. Bleach the roots of all poly hair pieces with dark hair. Otherwise you end up like this, right? And that's just unnatural, clearly. Really. So I'm just about to bleach the front hairlines of all of these because obviously I can't bleach all through the roots without making all of the hairline. That has to be done at the factory before they thread it. If you had medium light density or anything lighter than that, like light density or something, those black lines would have no coverage when it's on your scalp. So I cannot recommend anything less dense than medium in the case of these hair pieces, because you'd see when you look down on somebody's hair and there's a light on or sunshine or anything, you would see black rail systems going all the way across the person's head, your head. So you've got to have medium. until the company starts bleaching the roots of all polysystems. I'm gonna have to do that now, right? Okay? But I'm not gonna be able to do all the roots. I'm only gonna be able to just do along the front. If I try to start trying to put bleach through there, it'll get all over the hairs, and I can't manage that. All I can manage is to put a bit of bleach in a thin line about 1 inch deep on all of these. Try to keep it away from the rest of the hair. You might look at this and think, why would you even buy poly if this is what you have to do? Well, the truth is, I have to do it with lace as well. But on lace, I can flip the whole thing upside down and just spread this glue all over the knots, and the knots never get 100% bleached anyway. They're much better, of course, if you put some bleach on them. Nordic Blonde, this is peroxide. But the hair industry, after all these years, is still refusing, for some unknown reason, to bleach the knots or figure out a system, a dipping system, or just a pre-bleach before you thread. They're not doing anything about it, so we're all just stuck having to keep doing this for ourselves. That alarm means that these things have been cooking for a while, so I'm gonna stop it. Don't do it too long, otherwise I'm doing 20 minutes. If it looks absolutely orange, you've bleached it too much and you'll have to throw it away. 20 minutes is how long I've chosen to do it with this hairpiece. So that bit there I'm talking about, you can see those little lines. I thought I'd snipped away most of this, but as you can see, as I put my scissors down there, you can see all that exposed base, which needs to be removed. Because when you cut your hairpiece out of a stencil, that ends up being all over the place. And we'll shed the hairs that I just chopped afterwards. But I just want to see if you can tell that that's already better than it was before. Remember with the black lines everywhere? And it's wet at the moment, so this is as dark as it's going to get. Now, because they didn't bleach prior to embedding it in the plastic and then sealing it underneath, the hairs that are inside the plastic, in between there, they can never be bleached. They'll remain like black lines just stuck in there forever. There's nothing you can do. It's only a LaVivid who can do it. If they don't do it, we just have to try to cope the best we can, like with what I just did with that bleaching. But as you can see, the hair quality is really nice. The stitching is nice. It goes out from the crown in all directions. It doesn't zigzag all over the place when they get to the back because they don't give a shit. It's good. Okay. I pre-glued this. Okay, I'm going to cut this. So this is the hair after it dried, with this stuff in it. This has given it a kind of a stiffness to the hair by Frizzi's Dream Girls. Kind of keeps it positioned in a sort of soft way. So evaluating this hairpiece by LaVivid, it is a Lewis, color number 4, 8x10. I'm assuming medium density. It's a default stock piece. And I've added some bleach along the front and cropped away any exposed base there. Potentially I'll have to cut my hair a bit better, but yeah, I think it's a great hairpiece. But yeah, great hairpiece. Give you one last close-up of the hairline.